What's up YouTube, Yoke Gang? Welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to talk about this Styer Arms pistol. Yes, I do have a Styer Arms AUG, but pistol, this is my first time running into an actual pistol made by Styer Arms. And I was quite interested in it because of the sights. Yes, the sights. Yes, the sights. So with that being said, I'm excited. I'm going to get what it is that I need. And we're going to go inside and talk about it. Good morning. How are you? I can feel. Okay. So, y'all already know. Had to be done. Hard case. They a little busy. No, the store's not busy, but the ring seems to be a little busy. I hope we don't have too much.
Las armas se rentan en 10, los rifles en 20, más las balas que compran. Por ejemplo,
All the whys in life.
entrada, ¿quieres los audífonos de los grandes o quieres los peores? Estos son en 20 y estos son los básicos.
Pretty good.
Los dos funcionan, pero acá son más. Ya lo tiene la próxima vez.
Little fun rifle. 22 L9
Si solo hay para vuelta,
Ruger.
Con los que vacía, ya se va a quedar trancado. Saca el peine y lo retira.
I like that Ruger. I like that Ruger. Okay, so today we're talking about the Styer Arms L9-A2 MF. Yes, here it is. It was a very peculiar looking firearm to me, especially the sights, as I mentioned earlier. So this was something that I definitely had to pick up just to try it out, because I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like change too much, but I am open to change. And this would definitely be a change for me. All right, as you guys can see, it comes in a hard case, which I absolutely love. I give them all the props for that. They give you a warranty manual. You have your interchangeable back straps, and you have your panels. So these panels here on the sides, they can be switched out for your hand and your shooting pleasures, which is pretty cool. I've only seen interchangeable back straps, but let me do a quick clear check. Okay, the firearm is clear. You can actually remove these panels right here and change them out, I guess, either thicker or thinner to fit in your hand for whatever hand size it is that you have. Now, like I said, the back strap is interchangeable, and to me, it is a nice looking gun, even though it might be a little blocky, but it has very tough characteristics. I do, one thing that I have been kind of, steering away from were these very short slides. That just means that it has a very high bore access on it. And it's not a bad thing, but for me, when it comes to pinching the slides and getting used to just racking it with this, I mean, that's all it is. It's very similar to the CZ. CZs have those very tiny slides on it, which I'm definitely going to jump into the CZ game because I have a couple, not enough, but I need to get some of them shadows. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this Styer Arms. But just the slide kind of put me in the mind frame. Now, look at these sights. These are triangular. I'm saying triangular because they are shaped like a triangular or a pyramid style sights. So your front sight is a full triangle, and your rear sight is just your, I guess it wouldn't be full. You're just missing the little tippy top of your triangle. So what I'm assuming is I am going to have to line up this front triangle into this rear triangle to get on target. Very interesting. And I am going to either love it or hate it. I don't think there's any happy medium when it comes to these sights. And I think I'm going to love it. Because if in fact your bullseye or whatever it is that you're shooting, your target is at the very tip of this triangle, I feel like it would be a success off rip, in my opinion. Now, it does have a 4.5-inch barrel. It has a nice weight to it. Doesn't feel too bulky in the hand, but you also have your pick rail on the bottom for whatever it is that you want to add. I mean, you have a lot of space on there. Now, your trigger. The trigger does look a little wonky. Let's do another quick clear check so I can show you. This safety on the trigger is huge. I mean, it is very big. Not sure the reasons for it, but I'm sure it has a reason. But I think I might enjoy it. Now, your mag release does feel like a nice mag release. The mag should be falling out quite easy. The texture on the grip. The texture on the grip, it's not M&P aggressive, but it is very nice in the hand. I can tell you that this does feel very nice when I'm actually, just not preparing my hand, but, just gripping the firearm in a nice aggressive grip. I can feel that it's there. You have a nice high beaver tail. You don't have to worry about any slide bites because that is a very, very high tail here in the back. And it also has a loaded chamber indicator. If you can see right here, it is flush. So once the chamber is loaded, that will actually protrude out for, just a little bit to let you know that it is loaded. And you can also have, you also have the loaded chamber indicator here on the front. Now, I don't think there's anything else to talk. Oh, yes, there is. It comes with two 17-round magazines with the orange followers. Very nice. And it also has a lock. Very different style of lock. I'm not used to seeing this. This is just a very simple master lock looking lock and key. And that's what this box entails. And I think I am going to really enjoy this pistol. I really do think so. Now, the range does not look like it's too busy. There's only one other person inside. So, with that being said, we have our target, we have our rounds. I am going to shoot CCI Blazer ammunition. This one is 115 grain. I also have 124 grain ammunition, but I didn't have enough, so I had to get another box. But with that being said, yo gang, let's get suited up so we can send them down range. Let's go. I'm excited because it's different. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. Get this out of the way. Alright, let's get this target to at least 10 yards. Alright. Here she is. The Styer Arms L9-A2 MF. Let's check out these sights. definitely is something you have to get used to, but it's not going to take long to get used to it at all. Check this out. Look at that. I would not choose any other sites besides that. Look at this. Quite different, but they are amazing. Amazing sights. All right, let's get another magazine. Second mag. That is great. Come look. Okay, I started to feel myself. And I started to speed up with, you know, everything is a getting used to situation, but this is 2 magazines basically in the same hole. I am loving this. Loving it. So let's get reloaded. We got a lot of ammo to go through. We're gonna just take a different position and keep going. I love it. Very nice. Trigger, you cannot, I can't feel no reset. So I'm literally just letting my finger up off of the trigger just so that I can take the next shot, not really knowing if it was reset or not, but it's happening. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't want to call the trigger bad. I don't. It's just some feel and getting used to for sure. It's a 5.5 pound trigger, so it's not the lightest trigger, but as far as the reset goes, I feel like it's right there. Like there's not a big long drawn out, and for I guess a lot of shooters they're very used to hearing the click or feeling the click or whatever. If you're looking for that here, it's not happening. That reset sound or feel, you're not going to get it, but the trigger's not bad. I hope I'm making sense. It's not a bad trigger. Let's look at the target. Okay, that was 2 more magazines. This thing shoots very well. Quite satisfied with those first 4 magazines. Let's change out the target. Wow. Let me just move the the magazines load very nicely as well. I like, excuse me. I like the orange follower. Let me send that back while we at it. I like the orange follower, and it's not very hard. The spring seems nice, and I know once we get into that breaking in period as far as these magazines go, they will load like butter. We are still shooting 124 grain. We have not switched over to the 115 grain blazer, but it's running, definitely running. All right, so we're gonna keep that separated, and I'm gonna load this blazer in this other magazine. Okay, we're gonna finish up the 124 grain. Slide release is very nice. Gonna speed up the shots. Everything was still very central, although I was shooting a lot faster. I love these sights. Nice. This little thing got me excited. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but it runs. It does the job. Like I said, we've switched over the grain. Now we're shooting 115 grain, no problem. None at all. Let's get these reloaded. What do y'all think? Do y'all have one? I know that they made a pistol version of this. I'm gonna call it the Gen 1 version of this pistol, and they did do quite a bit of, they made quite a bit of changes with the MF series, and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Good job, Styer. Liking this a lot. We have 2 magazines left. I'm going to actually rack the slide this time. I've been dropping it with the slide release, and a couple times that I loaded, the slide went forward by itself. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's actually pretty good, especially in a troubled situation. Every second counts. You don't have to actually pull it back or drop the slide. You know, if you smack it hard enough, the slide will go forward, and you can continue to do what it is that you're doing. But I'm going to actually rack the slide this time because I haven't. And just like I said, with the slide being so short, I knew that was going to be a little tough for me. I wish the serrations were a little more pronounced. I probably would not have had so much of a hard time, but that's fine. I can continue to drop the slide. It's not a big deal because this thing shoots like a dream. Wow. All right, let's bring this target up so we can have our final thoughts. Okay, that was my last 2 magazines. I was pretty much dumping it, and in my opinion, everything stayed quite central. Very good yoke. That was, what was that? 10 yards? A little over 10 yards. Satisfied. 100%. All right, so let's get cleaned up, pack this stuff up, so you can go ahead and talk about it. Listen, when I tell you, if I could personally change all my sights to the triangle, whatever sight, whatever this is called, I couldn't find the official name for it, but they are triangular pyramid in that realm because obviously because of the shape. But when I tell you these sights were so, let's do a quick clear check. The firearm is clear. So pleasurable to shoot. I knew I wanted to try it because they were different. And like I say, people struggle with change. But if you find yourself struggling with the blotted sights or the whiteout sights or the dots or whatever it is, this would be a great alternative. I promise you, this is an excellent alternative to the sights. Now, I have nothing negative or bad to say about this pistol. Not even the grip, not the trigger. Even though the trigger looks a little strange, it does have some extra stuff going on here. The safety is a lot wider and thicker and all that stuff, yes. But the trigger is there. The trigger is crisp. Unfortunately, a lot of us, like I say, don't like change. So if a trigger is not doing something that you're used to the trigger doing, obviously you're gonna be like, I don't like it because I can't find the reset. It's okay. It's okay to get out of that mindset and try different things. And in my opinion, yes, I was looking for it after the first couple shots, but it was nothing that you couldn't find after you found your rhythm in shooting this gun. Nothing that you couldn't find. Now, as far as the grip goes, the grip, in my opinion, is great. I love the way the beaver tail sits into the web of my hand. Yes, it does have more of a higher angle to it. If you really pay attention to what's going on here, the gun does look like it sits up a little higher. I didn't have an issue with it. But I hear that people that frequent Glocks struggle shooting this firearm, but it is a delight. And I can tell you that because I don't know if you can tell just by my excitement all around. Anyway, but the one thing that I can say that I had a little bit of struggle with was the actual slide. Me racking the slide. If the serrations were a little more pronounced in the slide, I feel like it would have been a lot easier for me to drop it manually. Obviously it will be easier because there's nothing in the gun. There's no loaded round. Now, when the magazine is inserted and the gun or the slide needs to push that first round out, especially if your magazine is loaded to capacity, you are going to find that it is going to be a little more difficult to rack that slide, depending on what it is that you're shooting. And I found that with this. But it did not make or break my decision on this because it shot extremely well. I don't have a problem with continuing to drop the slide with the slide release. That's fine. And like I said, if you smack it hard enough, the slide will go forward by itself. And I am so okay with that. But this Styer Arms L9-A2 MF, this MF came out here. It ain't come to play. This did not come to play. I am so satisfied with this. So satisfied. Wow. This has definitely gone into one of my, and then notice, I mean, I do have, like I said, I do have all, what am I gonna call it? Classes of firearm, well, pistols, I'm gonna say, you know, from the extremely expensive to the, you know, middle class and to the budget. And this definitely, and I think I have something I can compare this with. I think I have two that I can compare this with. And I will bring it back. Definitely bring it back. I'm gonna run a few more. That was maybe 100 rounds or a little over 100 rounds. Once we get, when we hit over that 500 and give it that break-in period that everybody keeps telling me that these firearms need, then we'll go ahead and compare it with something else that I have. And I think I have two that will be an excellent comparison. But this Styer Arms, would it make me get it right, yo? L9-A2 MF is where it's at. If I had to rate it, I would definitely rate this a 8.5 out of 10. What a shoot. And I am going to say, I'm going to give it to the sights, because the sights made this so much more of a pleasure to shoot. And I think it was also a it was more of a challenge. Can I do it? Am I gonna like it? So I was almost challenging myself to like it, and I didn't have to because I liked it. Yo, gang, thank y'all so much for joining me here today to talk about this Styer. Talk about this Styer. This pistol did great. Yo, gang, listen. Y'all know I love it when things work, and y'all already know I love y'all for life. Peace.